calls to show up.
Oh.
There goes the live part. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Punk Rock Saves Lives PMA session for this wonderful 5/19 of 21. Tonight, we have an amazing guest. It's going to be kind of quick, fast, and furious because he's so busy in life that he's got a lot going on. So we'll skip some of the pleasantries to begin with. But we got our co-host Leland tonight. Leland is out there in West Mass. How you doing, Leland?
Doing well.
Good. Dan did take tonight off because Dan is 1 year older today. If you saw us celebrating Dan's birthday online. So
happy birthday, Dan.
Happy birthday, Dan. He's out hopefully having a good time. He deserves it. Good kid. Mackenzie's.
All of our birthdays are landing on Wednesdays this year, so we all get to be here.
That's kind of seem like it. Yeah, you get to take your birthday off. No,
I might not.
Not like we twist arms, but
I might not. We'll see.
Our awesome Mackenzie is with us from Albuquerque as usual. How are everything going there?
Things are good. You know, starting to open up. Should be interesting.
Yep, we're getting all the invites for the festivals and stuff, so it's
a little daunting.
It's coming fast and furious. Tina and I are like, whoa!
Yeah.
And if
I don't know if I have time to get that level of energy back before I have to have it. Yep. So
if you notice, I'm all wrapped up. I did give stem cells today to,
nice.
Just like and like the post I put up, guys. It's very similar to what you do when you give marrow, and that's what we have recruited people for the last 15 years for, and we'll be doing it more with Punk Rock Saves Lives. And I did it today, so I can actually tell you how it feels like. I've actually done it twice now. So mine were for research to be completely open, so I'm not donating to a specific person. I didn't match, but I had the opportunity and was invited to donate, and so it was pretty cool.
You look like you got in a fight with the lawnmower.
Yes, I fell into the lawnmower. But
wouldn't put it past him.
Jeremy, I got to answer this before I introduce Jim. Jeremy, I keep missing you on the hand sanitizer. We will figure out a way to get it, or maybe when we come closer to you, because I can't imagine how much it would cost you to ship a bunch of hand sanitizer. So we'll figure that out, but we'll figure it out. Last but not least, I got to introduce somebody that not only is one of my personal heroes, one of my favorite singers, authors, producers of music festivals. I mean, we can go on for days. Father, we were just talking about that.
An author.
Author, yep. Mr. Jim Lindberg. How are you, sir?
Hey. That's me. I'm doing really good. I'm on the West Coast here in the South Bay of LA, so I'm far away from you guys, but due to this amazing technology we have in front of us, apparently I'm here now. So yeah, good to be here. Good to see you guys. Good to be seen.
It is truly amazing how the pandemic opened up all of this technology. This was there, but because of the pandemic, we all found it in different ways. So now, even when we can't all get together, we can get together. So
yeah.
Well, how are things going in your neck of the woods, Jim, with people? Are they opening up there and more? Or people still masking or getting their vaccines? What are people doing? Does it seem?
Well, we're in LA County out here. So Los Angeles had the distinction of being going from worst to best. You know, we really had a roller coaster ride starting from the beginning of this thing where our case counts just really started spiking.
Yeah.
We got really close the first wave to overrunning the hospitals, and they set up some triage areas down here at the beach where at the local RV park, and we luckily never got to that level. But then the second wave, and towards and around January, we got that second wave that really did in some places take us to really dangerous levels. But then I think especially, California has the reputation of being such a healthy lifestyle place, even though we have terrible smog and whatnot. People are really into physical fitness and all that. So, and I'm for the most part in my neck of the woods or my neck of the beach, we had a lot of people who were abiding by all the rules. You had a lot of people criticizing the situation because who didn't want to go on lockdown, and they may have gone too far on some things, but for the most part, we really were able to flatten out the curve at the right time, and summer saw some improvements, but then once again it came back. But all in all, right now, this last month we saw a dramatic reduction to the point where they're like you see nationwide, they're really dropping the mask mandates a lot. They say by like June 15th here in LA County, we're looking at like almost completely back to normal. So somehow LA County went from one of the worst places on earth to one of the better. So I guess you got to thank the people and the powers that be to doing the right thing. People sacrificed a lot. We're very resilient, and luckily we seem to be cautiously optimistic that we're hitting the other side of it right now.
Fantastic.
That's super good to hear. So you've had so much going on. I know we don't have you for a long time, but you've had so much going on for the last 15, 16 months. I mean, the band wasn't touring, but you were doing so much. And I heard some really cool stories. So can you real briefly just see if you can tell us a little bit about the house that Bradley built and what that was like to get involved with and do, and
Yeah, that was similar to you, Leland, and anyone else, stuff like this. Somebody texts me, "Hey Jim, you want to be a part of this thing? It's going to be rad." Okay, sounds good. Let me know when to be there. What do I have to do? And
wow.
And when you hear Bradley Knoll, they were such a fun part of coming up when our band was coming up at the same time. And I know not a lot of people know this, but if you look at that first big Sublime album, they list Pennywise as their first thank you, because we were just about to go on tour with them. We were taking them out on tour in Europe for the first time, and they were Bradley especially was really stoked that we were doing that. So and we played several shows with them, played with them out in Riverside in Hawaii, and they just had their whole scene going, and we had ours, and it was a perfect combination. We're all a bunch of beach kids. In fact, the Sublime guys, we didn't even know it, but my brother-in-law has a place in Mexico, a little surf camp. And a couple times we had seen these dudes from, we knew they were from Long Beach, and like they're partying. And we're like, man, those guys are partying harder than we are, man. Who do those dudes think they are? And one time they had their band going and they were playing and stuff. And then we didn't find out till years later that was the Sublime guys, and this place called Las Salinas down in Mexico. So long story short, when the guys reached out to me that they were doing this really cool project to benefit musicians in at the Bradley's house that they're putting together. That's an easy answer for me. I
sure.
picked a song and recorded it, and now it's out and it's helping a lot of people. So I was super stoked to be a part of it.
That's awesome to hear. You may or may not remember telling me this story, but it was the summer of 1997. You guys were doing the Full Circle tour, and I reached out to your manager and said, "Hey, I have this zine, and I'd really love to interview Pennywise." He said, "Okay, yeah, go." So then I remember sitting on the bus, and it was right after that. I remember you telling me the story. You were waiting to bring them to Europe on tour. And it was crazy. Club Rio. It was Tempe, Arizona. It was like 100 million degrees outside. There was a bowl pipe set up outside, and I think Kevin stopped. There was like some legendary skaters out there just, hanging out, and it was really fun. But I remember hearing that story, so it's really cool all these years later that you're still able to help out like that and do some amazing charity work in that respect. Which leads me to I have to ask about your neighbor. I'm sorry, my phone for some reason is going nuts and lighting up. I don't know why, but you mentioned to me a little bit about Cooper Jones, and I'd love for you to tell our listeners how that worked out and what you did. I saw two singles now. I downloaded "She's Gone," but there's also another song called "Hollow."
Yeah.
And I'd love to hear that story. So,
Cooper is a friend of mine's son who contracted Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, which is a terribly insidious disease where these young boys slowly over a span of 20, 30 years of their lives, they slowly lose their ability to walk, and then they're wheelchair bound, and it ends up shortening their lifespan. So this guy was a good friend of mine from high school, and when Cooper was about 7, 8 years old, we brought him out on stage, and he just loved being on stage and seeing the music, and he's such a cool kid, such a smart little kid. He's now graduated from high school, but along the way he started wanting to become a musician.
Right.
And we get that a lot. Very often I get friends, hitting me up and saying, "Hey, my son started playing guitar," and you're like, "Oh, okay, he learned Smoke on the Water." He's going to be the next Keith Richards. But they told me that Cooper was playing guitar and singing, so I went to go see him play at a local nightclub here, and he's just amazing. Even though he's got this affliction, very good songwriter, and he was just kind of playing covers of Beatles songs and Nirvana songs and stuff like that. But you could tell he's a very gifted musician. And then we did a Ohana Fest for him where we were raising money for Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, and he played a bunch of songs. I played some songs, and then I challenged him at the end. I said, "Hey, Cooper, you've been doing a lot of great cover songs, but why don't you try and write your own song, and we'll come back here a year from now and we'll play it for all these people." And you just saw his eyes light up, like he just never thought about it or something.
Right.
And
yeah.
His mom said that night he went to his room and shut the door and started writing. And so,
No.
yeah. So once COVID happened, they contacted me and said, "Hey, Cooper's got a few songs that he's working on, and do you want to do some Zoom meetings and we'll do some songwriting sessions?" So we literally started in like March, April, and went all the way through to the end of the year, meeting every week and just talking about his songs and working on them. And it was such a great experience. And he's so talented and such a great kid. And we really want to relate it to about, the importance of finding your passion in life, and for especially for young people, but people of any age, of finding something you're passionate about. A lot of people, it becomes music, like all of us here, but it can be anything that gets you excited to face the day and enjoy your life. So a really, really rewarding experience, and anyone can want to read more about it or find out more about it, you can go to cooperscure.org, and that there will direct you to all the places where you can find Cooper's music. He's got about 3 songs out now, but he's writing more and more every day.
Super cool. I saw 2 on iTunes, and I think I said there's "She's Gone" and "Hollow," and I listened to both. They just blew me away.
Yeah, it's no joke. That's the thing. Like when I first heard him, I was like, okay, this isn't, this is real. He's a really good songwriter.
I think there's a stigma sometimes it's associated with like, a disability or some type of a disease where it's like there's some things you're just not going to be able to do. And so when you hear a story like that and you hear music that sounds like this and you're just like, wow, man, that's amazing. love stories like that. We love
I mean,
stories.
how many people do you know in a wheelchair making music? You know, he's already in a wheelchair, and you don't see that very often. And yeah, you gotta keep them inspired. And luckily their parents were like, "Hey, Jim, let's go. You know, we want to do this. He wants to write songs. Let's get going." I talk to him a couple times a week, so it's awesome and mainly inspirational. I think that's the coolest thing ever is that he's inspiring other people to do the same. And we're trying to put together like a little mini documentary on the whole thing. So look out for that. But in the meantime, go buy some killer music at Cooper's Cure.
That's awesome.
So Pennywise has its first live show coming up in like
is that stupid?
We're gonna have
Big Surf.
we're gonna have Phoenix.
Yeah, so I don't know if anybody's watching doesn't know, Pennywise is on the Punk in the Park in Arizona with H2O and Strung Out and Voodoo Glow Skulls and all the other great bands.
Yeah, that was such a weird thing because we've been talking about, you know, we've had some shows and everyone was like, you know, end of the year, September, November. We're like, okay, for sure. We're doing the Punk in the Park out here in Southern California in I think end of September.
Okay.
You know, so we were just like, okay, the soonest we're gonna possibly get back will be the fall.
Yeah.
And then but you know, and a couple of weeks or I don't know, a month ago or maybe a little less, maybe a little more, we got an email that said, "Hey, do you guys want to play in Arizona on May 29th?" And it was the fastest I've ever seen an email response in the history of Pennywise. It was just yes. But then after a few weeks, I'm like, is this a good idea? Like, should we be doing this? I'm not sure about this. So, but you know, the thing is in different places, there's different levels and stages of things opening up. And from what I'm hearing, there's parts of the countries that is doing a lot better than others. And they've been having shows. I saw a few weeks back, they had a huge show in New York and
that Mad Ball Punk in the Park show was nuts, you know. So.
That was wheels off, wasn't it?
Yeah,
well,
I know, because I was thinking about going to Punk in the Park, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to like hop in a pit yet. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. It's in a park, and I saw the Mad Ball show. I was like, I don't know how ready I am personally, but
yeah.
Lucera played here Sunday night at Red Rocks, and it was still limited, but divided into these big pods. But it was really cool, and we had tickets, and unfortunately didn't get to go at the last second. But then they announced like the next day that Red Rocks will be open to full capacity come 1 month away. So, which is 9,500, but you know, it's outdoors at least. You know, that's
yeah.
one.
So a lot of these festivals that are happening, but I bet it's kind of pretty exciting. Like, does it kind of feel like are you feeling like this was kind of like your first like show back in the day?
You know, it's kind of like both. I really feel like there's two sides. It's just like riding a bike. I know that I can walk up to the microphone and sing the songs, but it will be weird on the other hand to see what it's like and how people are going to react. I mean, if I found out one of my favorite bands was playing somewhere, like I'd probably be down right now to go there and check them out. I'm not sure if I'm going to want to be at the bottom of a mosh pit.
Yeah.
You guys have obviously played, you know, in places where security was really tight, and you know, and Brohim was basically your traveling crew singing along with you, and I would expect this is similar, you know, in the sense that like, you know, you all want to sing and love each other, put your arms around each other, and have a great time, but you know, nobody's checking vaccine cards while you're, you know, tuning up for that song. So like, I don't know, you know, I mean, I don't know how you play that out exactly, to be honest. You know?
Yeah, you know, it's going to be interesting. I think the fall was not an issue. I think things should be great back then. So, well, you know, everyone's they're assuring us everyone's taking every security precaution going in. Obviously, people at risk shouldn't be going to too many crowded places right now, and we have to do our due diligence on all of it. But I think at the same time, for people's mental health, it might be time for us to get out there and enjoy community again. And as long as we can try and do it as safely as possible. And people need that communion, and that, that's why we're all in this music industry together. And it's to have that shared experience with your friends. And when you miss that for as long as we have, it can mess with people's heads. And
we do have a surprise guest, Jim. You might know this kid just a little. Everybody, welcome in Jason Dewar.
Hey, dude, what's up?
What's up, buddy?
I know that guy.
How you doing, guys?
Hey, man.
Doing all right, man.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing all right. Thank you very much. I tried to pop in, but I got a couple calls from some buddies saying it might be kind of fun to jump in here for a minute.
What's up, Jason?
How you doing, brother, man?
Good, man. Just hanging in there. When's your album coming out?
Doing the same. June 18th.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. I'm stoked to hear it. I only heard one song.
Yeah, that song turned out pretty good.
There's an Authority Zero track on our compilation coming out too, so it's pretty rad. So we're stoked.
Yeah, dude.
Leland, I think you're talking, but it's like clipping out. It's being really weird.
You're
I'm doing the Predator thing.
but I don't think it's me.
Another question for Jim, actually. I was just wondering we're seeing a bunch of people thinking about maybe resurging sort of old projects after having so much time off after the last, over a year. Is there any chance, or any possibility you think of anybody seeing Black Pacific again?
Oh, who knows about that? Those are some good buddies of mine, and we had a really good time making records. Everyone's kind of doing other things right now, and Gavin's in a band called Census Fail, and Mark's in a band called Wild Roses, and Alan's doing all kinds of music stuff. But yeah, it was a super fun experience and fun to play. And I've been working on acoustic songs. I'm about to go in and record an acoustic album because I watched Jason Dewar play so much. So I was like, dang, I got to get in there and try my hand at it.
That's awesome. Looking forward to that.
Love the stuff that you've been doing, man. Cool as hell.
Yeah. We're doing this, another cool thing we're doing, and I'm stoked that Jason called in because we're doing this thing called the Beach Life Festival down here in Redondo Beach.
Yeah.
And this year we really upped the ante in all the bands that we have. We have, I can't tell you yet because the lineup doesn't come out till Friday, but let's just say you don't want to be caught stealing on the headline band. But got a bunch of really cool bands, and hopefully Jason's going to make it out there. Jason?
I mean, that might be a thing. I'm not sure, but I heard because of what you just said.
Well, we have you on the lineup, so I hope you can make it out. We're doing this acoustic stage called the Speakeasy, and so far, last time we had Trevor Keith from Face to Face, Jason Cruz from Strung Out, Chris Shiflett from the Foo Fighters, bunch of people playing acoustic punk rock songs. We have Punk Rock and Paintbrushes doing a bunch of stuff, and Steve Caballero's band is gonna play an acoustic set, and Tom Curran, famous surfer. So it's gonna be amazing. So you gotta get out there, Jason.
Your thing.
Now that we can tell, yeah, definitely gonna be.
All right, perfect.
I didn't want to give away anything.
I think
We heard it here first.
you heard it here first.
We always
Jason Dewar is definitely playing the Beach Life Festival. There you go.
we need to start advertising when we get exclusive info.
We kind of accidentally drop stuff sometimes, but
I mean, it's mostly Rob's fault.
yes. I start talking, and next thing you know, I accidentally drop other bands.
Well, now
Jason, how was recording the album with Cameron? Did you guys have a good time down there?
It was killer, man. Yeah, Cam, obviously, and he's a great cat. He's funny. guitar things. I think. Oh, one of the dudes from Lagwagon today, but yeah, somebody from Lagwagon put up captioned this photo with him with Cameron playing. Cameron was like doing this whole thing. He's like, which means Cameron's just like bugging out, like, don't play good, just play like shit, and it's gonna. So that's Cameron really production or producing, I guess. So he did the same with us with this last record, and we had a great time with him out there. I love working with Cameron. He's just a great personality. He's just really, really on top of what he does, the way he. He's just fun. I feel like 1,000 different skills every day.
I know, exactly. You know, Steve Caballero said the same thing. Cameron is the king of, that sounded great. Let's try it again.
Yeah. But first, what do you mean by not great anymore?
Yeah. Yeah. He did, yeah, it takes 100 takes, but he gets the good product. So
He does.
more power to him. And yeah, pretty much everyone's recording there these days. So yeah, it's been a busy time for me. I've got Beach Life Festival. I'm working with them. I got just starting the acoustic album next week. I've been doing Cooper's Cure, and then I got this little band called Pennywise. I guess I got going. So I got
little band.
You'll get there one day.
Jim, are you going to do an acoustic set at the Beach Life Festival?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I do. We got you know, so we got in addition to all these great regular musicians, punk rock musicians. We also have Tom Curran, who's one of the most legendary surfers around, and since it's at the beach, we definitely have a heavy surfing component there, and I believe Rob Machado is going to be involved this year, and so yeah, I'm going to be doing my little set there, and I got to start brushing up on my chops because I've been just working so hard promoting the event and trying to get the lineup all put together that I haven't been on the guitar half enough that I need to be. So
right,
maybe Jason can give me some lessons.
Oh, come on, man.
Well, now that I know that I'm going to be there and that I shouldn't be stealing prior to the event, I gotta go. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a good one. And I look forward to maybe seeing Jim on the Tour de Vore someday, if this works out.
Exactly.
Tour de Vore.
You got my email. I'm waiting for an invite.
Oh, well, here it is.
The
Public honesty.
public shaming. There you go, Jason.
Oh, man.
Well, Jim, I know a lot longer, but I wanted to say, real quick, what are you looking forward to in the next couple weeks, the next couple months? Is that the festivals? Is that the beach life, or is it what's going on with family? Like, what are you most excited about coming up here? Stoked. What has the highest stoke factor?
It's probably right now is going out and playing in Tempe, Arizona. That's going to be crazy, weird, psycho. I don't know what to expect from that, but I'm going to get on the plane and find out next week. And then the next thing is doing this acoustic record. I've got a great producer for it, and my wife and daughters have been harping on me to finally do this one day. So I'm finally going to do it, and some people like it. I'll probably piss off some other people, but at the same time, I just want to put it out there. And I got to catch up to Jason.
No, that's half the fun. Is like, what the shit is this? That's hearing right now. Like, you're back right now. And people like were very confused at first, for sure, but it's really cool, man. It's a lot of fun. I'm excited for you.
Yeah,
Jim, people are offering you gigs right here on to play acoustic after a Pennywise gig at First Ave in Minneapolis. So,
oh right, you got it. I
think
remember one time on the Black Pacific tour, we used to go out and take our acoustic guitars, and when the people were standing in line, we just bust there and play right on the street while they were waiting. And Everyone really
I'm pretty
liked
sure
that.
I lost
so.
my mind when I saw that happen, which was awesome.
Cool. Oh,
You
yeah.
know, I was just thinking about it today. You know that you guys remember that scene from Animal House when the guy's playing the acoustic guitar on the stairs,
Yeah.
and then the guy comes and breaks the guitar against the wall. I keep thinking that'll be Fletcher on my first performance.
You're talking
I hope so,
Animal-
Fletcher.
yeah. House.
I'd be really disappointed if he doesn't do that now.
I know, right? I think maybe I'll make a video and I'll have him do that just so he can get it out of the way because you know he wants to.
No, I think you should just do it every time, and we will sort of start a fund for like.
Find me a
Pennywise
guitar sponsor and we'll do that.
Yeah.
All right, one at a time. One show, like each show.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I just
Sell
I do-
raffle tickets for the busted guitar. You know, buy the next one, and
There you go. Hey.
you can have that idea for free.
I just find it really funny that y'all just called Fletcher Belushi.
he is. What was his name in that? Bluto or
Yeah.
Bluto?
Yeah.
Bluto.
Yeah.
Pluto, yeah.
There's a lot of similarities there. Let's be honest.
Somebody just put up Fletcher Blutarski. So there you go.
Oh my god.
And I don't know, Jim, I know you were up against some time constraint. I don't want to drag you out too long, but so Beach Life, Pennywise, back out, going hardcore. This is going to be incredible. We're all interested in being part of it all. So what do you have to say? Tell me one thing that's kept you going through all of this for your PMA to keep you moving forward every day.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I had a conversation with my daughters and my wife at the beginning of this thing, and the term that I keep coming back to is resiliency, and just trying your best to be resilient during difficult times. There's going to be hard times in your life, and that's when you really learn a lot about yourself, of whether whether you can, stay strong and be resilient and do your best to be diligent about things and be smart and intelligent about what you're doing and not listen to all the hype and the bullshit out there. And because let's be honest, we know that the last year, a lot of us sat home and listened to all the pundits on talk radio and politicized this whole thing. And that's the last thing we needed right now. We needed to support each other at this time and try and get through what was a terrible pandemic. That was it was almost as if people in this country thought it was just happening to America, and like that. It's like, and when you see what's going on all over the world and the incredible hardships that people were going through, this was a global thing, and I think it's the people that were resilient and had that courage to just kind of face this thing as toughly with as much toughness as they could, and staying diligent, and also trying to help people, and trying to help us get through it instead of being nasty and sarcastic about it. So, I'm just really stoked there's people like you guys out there, and people like Jason fighting the good fight, and that's why I'm going to tag out to Jason and let you guys talk to him for a while.
Thank you so much.
Jason, please stick around. Jim, go ahead.
Jim, thank you so much for coming on and being on and talk about all you're doing. I'm super excited. I got to tell you, the last time I saw this guy, I was screaming the Bro Hymn lyrics in the middle of the North Atlantic in the pouring rain on a boat. And I was helping people onto the stage, which was quickly becoming a slip and slide. I told Jim, shoulder, like, don't bring any more people up here, or it's gonna get bad.
Yeah, that was the Caribbean, sir.
But there's nothing like Bro Hymn in the rain, though. The first time I saw Bro Hymn live, it was raining, and it's just a moment.
Yeah, that was the one where the one where the guy did a stage dive into the empty jacuzzi.
Yes,
that was a bad call.
Yeah, right in front of me. That was directly in front of me, and Fletcher was making me grab the mic, and I'm like, I'm about to get shocked to death. But I do.
Was such a typical Pennywise show. I mean, Jason's been there before. If something can go wrong, it will. And I don't know why I didn't, why I didn't anticipate that, we would have the one set of the entire Flogging Molly cruise that was like literally a typhoon.
Yeah.
But,
And
there
it was,
you go.
Because you're the one that can handle it.
yeah, and it created,
exactly. There you go.
it did create a memory for a lot of people that will never be topped. So it was really, really cool.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And
Jim,
take it away, Jason.
yeah.
Thank you, Jim. Have a great one.
Take care,
It's
man.
been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks for everything you've done for us, man. All right. Jace, if you can hang around a little bit.
I'm going to dinner here, but I mean, I got some time.
Jason, if you got to go and Law's going to kill you because you're missing your dinner reservation, I fully understand that. I'm trying to bring you on for to stay for 5 minutes and say hello.
Or you just take us to dinner with you.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, that,
Like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting probably sake bombs. I mean, if you always want to, cool.
Yeah. We
Just
don't do our own hibachi grill right now.
Yeah.
And just,
Yeah, it's outside. It's outside.
That's actually what I had for dinner was hibachi. So I had.
oh,
To,
God.
awesome.
Jason,
You
I
guys
don't
are
know
way
if
too
you.
connected.
I don't know if you saw all my battle wounds today.
No, dude. We talked earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah. How'd it go?
It went well. I actually, for the first time, donating blood or platelets, I took a nap. So this is
During?
it's like a 3-hour. To give stem
Wow.
cells is about a 3 to 6 hour process, depending on your blood pressure and levels and all of that. And then when you do it for marrow, it can be actually divided into two possible sittings if you need to. But so mine was about 3 hours, and Leland fell again.
We lost you, buddy.
My iPad is going places.
Your iPad is drinking your beer.
It's got thoughts of its own.
Oh boy. Okay. Sorry about that.
Oh, it happens.
I'm
Dude,
glad here.
I know the difference between the North Atlantic and the Caribbean, but it was Clay Lake who sent me a clip of the Pennywise of the chorus where I'm helping people on stage and I'm slipping over and falling, and then Jim taps me. He's like, "Don't bring any more people up here because it's going to be a travesty." And it says that the clip that Clay sent me says the date and the time, and then it says North Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, weird.
And travesty below it.
Yeah.
The North Atlantic travesty.
North Atlantic.
That was a trippy moment. I mean, seriously, in the middle of that storm, Fletcher points at me and goes, "Grab the mic," right to me, and I grabbed it, and like a gale of water is blowing into my face as I'm singing with a mic, and I'm literally thinking, I'm about to get shocked to death.
Yeah.
But you got to do it, It's kind of.
I mean, is there a way that you'd rather die? Like, if you had to pick?
Yeah.
Well, not jumping into an empty jacuzzi, but if I
Yeah, definitely not. But on stage at a Pennywise show, why not?
I can feel that. I watched that kid land. I mean, it was directly in front of me, and I watched him face plant into that. And he was running.
It was empty?
Yeah, he was trying to get away from security. It was really
well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of what happens.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Little does he know the Flogging Molly tour security. I mean the cruise security are all our friends, and they want you to have a blast. They aren't there to, yeah. So I don't know what he did, but yeah.
He just probably saw a security shirt and he was like, "Get out of here! Look out!"
Yeah.
It can be very triggering.
Wait,
Jason.
Jason, you don't know anything about that, do you?
No, nothing about that.
Not a thing.
The stories and the stuff I've seen with you.
Yeah, man. I've almost gotten thrown on my own show. Like a long time ago, we were playing with Goldfinger in Tucson, and I jumped off the stage to hang out with the audience, and the security guard full on got me in the grapple or whatever. It was dragging me out with my microphone in the hand still, and I was like, I don't know what to do about this, because it was like dragging me out of the theater. And I was like, I need to sing the song, I think, right? Or we done here?
No, just keep going.
Just keep going. Yeah. So I waited until I got kicked out. Then I told him, I'm like, "Hey, I sang in the band that you just threw out, so I got to get back up there and finish this."
I guess that's a pretty good sort of review for why you should get a wireless microphone.
Yes, but I like cables. I don't know. I like the cables.
I mean, cables are super fun, but in case it happens again, if you get kicked out, you can just continue the show.
Cable's just so much more punk rock, you know.
It's more fun. It's like
I
nunchuck.
don't know if cables are more punk rock than getting kicked out of your own show and still finishing your set.
See? That's
What
good.
about Mike?
I'm like, that's
Mike-
DIY at its core.
They both got hand in hand, I guess.
Not the same.
Everyone's got cables, man.
Well, part of the problem with wireless mics is sometimes you get what's happening with Leland here, and we're hearing like click, 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 click.
I think it's actually happening with Jason, so I'm pretty sure
See,
I've
it
already
just happened
learned to
again.
tune it out.
That was me as well? Or is that mostly me?
Me?
It's
Yeah,
definitely
Leland,
happening
it's like
it
you
was
clip
earlier.
out. It's really strange.
Oh, weird. Okay. Do you
I
want
don't know
me
what it
Five
is.
is sometimes too many.
Do you want me to stop talking? Because I can.
No,
It's hard,
Never.
but I can.
no. Leland, you couldn't stop talking if we told you to.
No, that's probably true. That's probably
So, couple of cool things to tell everybody about that it stayed on after Jim. We are doing a big launch obviously in the Colorado area, but if you want to get involved with it, we could use your help all over America. We're working with our friends at Period Kits, and we're going to collect for the last week of May. So basically go somewhere now and see if you can take a cardboard box to your favorite establishments and just ask them if you can leave it there for people to drop off period supplies. We're collecting tons of period supplies to create period kits with period kits. That gets a little tough to say, but really cool way to help the underserved in our community, because we just found out we did the big diaper thing and we're still going to do more of that, but period supplies are not covered under any kind of welfare.
Nope.
So women have to make some hard decisions, guys, and women identifiers. Hey,
I'm gonna jump in here because why is Rob talking about it? Literally, for vagina owners, there is pretty much no other option. Like, we're not allowed to free bleed. That's not a thing. These are not luxury items. Period poverty is real, and 1 in 4 women has experienced period poverty over the last year. So this is a major deal. Just anything helps. And I wanted to add that I will be in Vegas next week. So if any of our watchers are in Vegas, hit me up. We can do it there, because I don't know a lot of people in Vegas.
And I'm sure Michelle would not mind if you came down to Hogs and collected period supplies. So
yes, I'll be spending most of my time at Hogs probably. So come find me.
There you go.
Let me buy you a shot or something.
I did talk to Michelle this week, guys, and it looks like the trial where they're arguing with their landlords is going to go a couple of more weeks, because they're really bringing everybody in the world to the stand. Michelle spent over 22 hours on the stand herself. Yeah, absolutely insane stuff. But we're rooting for them, and we'll know soon how things turn out. So that's beautiful.
a friend of mine found out. He seen me do this thing a couple times, and he gave me one of these custom noisemakers. So this is for her.
My dog is not having a good time with that right now.
I'm not going to use it. It's got some really rude stuff on it, but the charge that's for Hogs. So.
But by the way, was that Ollie?
Yeah, he wasn't like howling at it, but he definitely.
Well, I wanted to say you brought Ollie on while Jason was on, and their new song is called Ollie Ollie Oxenfree.
Yes, I know. I'm really excited.
That's a trip.
It is one of his many theme songs.
Oh, that's cool.
Ollie Ollie Oxenfree and Winner by Pericole, because it sounds like Wiener, and he's a dachshund.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
As you might can guess, almost everybody in this screen are animal and pet lovers. So, it's pretty rad.
The bud's in here right now.
I should probably mention as well, for those of you who haven't seen it on my Facebook or my Instagram, or when I shared it here, kind of for my birthday fundraiser sort of thing, I have my own fund going for Punk Rock Saves Lives through our donation platform, Classy. We are trying to raise about $1,500 right now, because with all of the music festivals that have obviously been rescheduled, they're all happening in the fall, and many of them are happening on the same weekends now. So we got to be in a lot of places at once, and we want to see as many of you as we can. So if you can just help us get some more tents, and we're obviously going to need like twice as much merch. We're just trying to get back on the road and be ready for you. And can't wait to see your faces.
Yeah, and one really cool thing about all of this, Mackenzie did the second one. Every one of you can launch a classy peer-to-peer campaign for us. Help us go forward and do more. It's really simple. You just go online to our website and you can set up your own fundraiser. We love the Facebook ones too, so please do whatever. That's awesome. I saw someone put up a birthday one today. I think that was Miss Kate Mix, so that's rad. And we are completely DIY, guys. So every penny will get us to more festivals. So please consider it completely 501c3. You can get a tax deduction if you don't receive anything in return. We can, I think, so there's ways you can, if you donate for a shirt, you can claim something above the cost of the shirt or something, but it gets kind of weird. But if you just donate money, we can get you a tax receipt completely that you can use with your tax expert to help you save money and help us do great. Let's see, Jason, what's the dates on the new album?
June 18th is the release show and party and release of the album.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a release show?
Release show actually at the Marquee Theater. So we've had a show booked there quite some time, and Marquee started doing shows a bit back, and so we're going to be doing that on June 18th. So that's when the release is out. And
that
so,
reminds me, I forgot to ask you. I forgot to ask you what it was like playing, and how is the food at Donnie's? What is it? Rock and Rolls?
Oh, dude, yeah, fucking what's it called again? Actually,
rock and Rolls or Rock and
Rolls. Yeah. I played an acoustic set outdoors there. He has a flip down stage that he does. And so I sat up there and played acoustic, and the food was amazing. It was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Never know.
Yeah. I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, you never know with like sushi and fish food on a truck, but it was awesome. I loved it. It was so good.
They used to have a truck in San Francisco, like outside my office, that did like a sushi burrito.
Okay.
And the line,
those
line was
are so good.
Yes.
Like there was 50 people in line for that truck every day, and then there was all these other amazing trucks that only had like 5 or 6 people. So I mean, if it's fresh fish, it's fresh fish, you know.
It is, dude. Yeah, and he's a big too, and so he had fresh fish. I had the po' boy with like I think it was crab or lobster or something, but it was so
lobster. Yeah, lobster. Yeah, because he called to ask me about the lobster. Yeah, I don't know how to. I can't say it with their same accent, but yeah.
But real quick, I'm sorry, guys. My phone's about to die. I don't have a charger right here, so I don't want to cut out on you.
No worries. I'm sorry we kept you from dinner, and please forgive me, and thank you for coming.
Thanks, man. Thanks all you guys for watching.
Can't wait to see you ASAP.
You guys too. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Cheers, Jason. We love you, brother.
Do the same, guys.
Let me know what we talked about today as soon as you can. Okay.
Absolutely, I will.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
So now it's us. Look at that.
Yay.
Guys, was that awesome or what? I love it. You know, sometimes when you get the really, really big names, thank you, Leland. Jim knows us all, but Leland has a great personal relationship and gave him an ask, and it was pretty rad. So there you go. I know we have some great shows coming up in the next few weeks. Is there anything you wanted to go over, Leland? Anything people need to know about, or?
Yeah. I mean, the record should be out here shortly, and it's probably a couple more weeks before we get it. But if you haven't gotten a copy, I would say get one, ASAP, because there's not going to be any more very soon. I mean,
I think it's down to like 100 copies or so.
I've got 100 copies. So yeah, if you want a copy of the record, it's got it's got new music from unreleased Descendants, from different Flogging Molly, from so many people, from Authority Zero, from Jay.
Yeah, they actually wrote us a theme song, guys. There's a Punk Rock Saves Life song by Authority Zero. So
yeah, I would say, pick up a copy of the record if you can, and then let's look for ways to support PRSL or what you can do, in your own community if there's a need,
On that note, do we have a timeline on the reprint?
Reprint.
Well, I think I think May is what they told them.
Yeah, they are in press now. They jumped us back up to the front. But but they admitted that they did they boxed them too soon, and that's why there was a uniform warp in all of them. And so it was not UPS and the shipping problem. It was done at the factory. So they did jump us back to the beginning. And Adam will keep us updated on the shipping. He'll get a notice when they ship, and then we have to do some work to get them in to sleeves when they get to. I might drive over and help him sleeve all of them because they want us. They gave us. They're repressing them all for free, guys, and they're going to be fantastic. And if you saw them, they are green. That's really rad. We were keeping that secret, and then Adam posted a picture of the good one, and everybody went, "Oh, it's green!" And we went, "Yeah, surprise!" So
so thank everybody for your patience with us on that. I know that was a long-awaited release to begin with, and then of course this unfortunate incident. But we just absolutely have to send you the best product we possibly can, just to show you how much. Because it matters so much to all of us that you spend the money on that.
And everybody say hi to Clinton, because he just said on here. United Defiance has a song on the record. They also have a new record coming out this year that's going to be badass, and we did guest vocals on it. I'm excited.
Three. Mackenzie didn't. There were three.
I didn't. I know. I was gonna say I don't know Clinton yet, but I do feel left out. So next record.
Oh my gosh! Well, don't feel left out.
Mackenzie needs to scream on it next time.
I don't know if I have the cojones for that, but maybe.
It was fun. I sang my backups in Kyle from Counterpunch's closet. How about that?
That's the behind the scenes footage that we deserve.
With that, try mine and Adam from the Faction and April, who was on here checking in a minute ago from practice. April Shootman, and Todd. I always screw her last name. Shoot.
Yeah, see, that's gonna be her sticker.
And Todd Daigle from formerly of King Rat and Pride Bowl. We have a song on there, and when you go to IM Records to order one of those last 100, please check out our debut EP is on there. CDs shipped to you right now. There's a vinyl, and our vinyl is going to be opaque white. So, and I know he didn't order 1,000, so a lot less. But please check us out if you get a chance, and let us know what you really think.
What?
Opaque white, so you can kind of see.
Opaque.
Wow, that sounds super fancy. Like that sounds like something you have to buy.
It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be really slick.
I'm just teasing. That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't. Adam just went. I ordered 250 in opaque white, and I went, "Oh, cool." So.
I think we need. I know.
I actually have. Wait. Sorry, kind of weird, but for the first time, I can hold up my own CD.
Oh, nice.
That's a new one. None of my previous
I
bands.
haven't seen a CD in a while. It looks so small.
None of my previous bands, actually, and there's the band.
Oh.
And none of my previous bands actually had CDs. We had tapes back in the day, but I took such a long break of ever being in a band. I've never had a CD. I've never had a vinyl because vinyl were dead by the time we were bands. And then they came back to life while we were getting older. So it was pretty rad.
Amazing seeing bands re-release things on vinyl for the first time. Like even Shakira is doing it right now, which is kind of fun.
Well, and if you didn't see this week, guys, my recommendation of the week, go the people from Discord are releasing the first 6 releases from Discord ever, including Minor Threat and the Teen Idols.
Really?
You can order that box right now, and it'll be on vinyl and with the original artwork and everything. It's insane. It's gorgeous. I don't know if it's sold out yet, but go get one if you haven't. And I heard it wasn't really even that expensive, but Discord is never expensive. They were never about money. They were about getting bands out there. So
I love it. Dude, I will totally, you know what? You sold me. I will totally buy an opaque white vinyl.
Yeah.
I was like,
I ordered mine before I even knew what color it was going to be.
Out of like thousands and thousands of records, I have 2 white vinyl records, and one of them is the UK release or the UK import of The Damned Phantasmagoria, which is a killer record.
Awesome record.
And the other one is a white record that I got from Marco, like 3 years ago, they did a release of vinyl, a very limited release of vinyl for my friend Marco's band Sugar Cult for their record Start Static. And I got that record for $20 or something like that. And it was one of those ones like Adam has those surprise Discog records where you're like, oh my God, people are paying $300 for this record. It was crazy. Anyway.
Watching Adam put everything, guys, it's really cool. Adam is not only the president of the board of directors for the charity and completely invaluable to us. He is also partly our lawyer, and he's not only the guitar player of the Faction, and he's the drummer of Suburban Resistance, which are playing Punk Rock Bowling. They're actually on the main stage. So that's going to be really rad. Can't wait to see that. It's kind of like I get to say my sister band. They're on the same label with us, and Adam's in both bands, so it's really cool to root them on. Todd and I, when we went out to record the Try vocals and bass and everything, got to go to one of the rehearsals in a private rehearsal space. So it was in the middle of COVID, and we were incredibly careful, but it was really cool to watch a live band becoming a live band. That makes sense. They now are getting to play live shows. They just played a show with Crimson Riot the other night, an amazing band out of Vegas. If you don't know them, please check them out. But a lot of cool stuff in the works. When it comes to us, please check into the fundraising aspects. That's a big deal. That's a crazy big deal to us right now because we are going to be back out on the road. We're getting hit. I can definitely say we're at Camp Punksylvania. That is happening for sure. We are for sure going to be at Supernova Ska Fest. We are still waiting on all the official stuff. I'm 99% sure we are at Punk Rock Bowling. No doubts on being in the real festival. We still have some up in the air on the hoedown, but it's going to happen somehow, some way. Also, the Huntridge Theater is opening back up in Vegas, and crazy famous punk rock venue. If you've ever studied the history of punk tours, the Huntridge was the real deal. And our boy Clay Lake has a stake in the new Huntridge, so I'm pretty sure we'll get to do some shows there. So I'm stoked about that. What else is going on? Remember, please contact us if you can set up in the next week. Literally go talk to your favorite record store, your favorite head shop, your favorite whatever, and see if they'll let you put a box in there and then blow it up on your social medias for people to just drop off period supplies. And that can be anything. That can be wipes, that can be pads, that can be tampons, that can be panties, believe it or not. That is a huge deal to the underserved. And it's also a huge deal to rape and abuse centers, because unfortunately, when you go to the police this really sucks for women. Something I learned that I didn't know. And
It was like trigger warning about rape kits.
Yes, but
yeah.
When you go in, they take the underwear you're wearing. So they send you home literally with nothing, with a gown or something. So we would like to, underwear is a huge deal. You can put, even if it's just cotton underwear, that would be incredible. Stuff that we can give to different groups. We're going to do some activations at festivals where we have these said period supplies in conjunction with period kits, where you can come to the booth and decorate a bag with positivity and everything, and then you help us load the bag with said period supplies to create the period kits that we in turn can take to a center in that area. So that's going to be something cool. We were lucky enough to when we did that food drive at Brixton Barbers a couple of weeks ago, period kits came out and sat down beside us and gave us 100 kits to take to our local food bank also, which really helped them out. They were really, really stoked to be able to have those to give out as well. So really cool things. So please, my wife, Mackenzie, Alex that does the sober group, I'm leaving out people, and I'm sorry, but are really spearheading this, and it's an unbelievable thing. I'll be out there running around, dropping the boxes off and picking everything up, and then we'll get it organized and delivered. Other cool things, working on a really rad, if you're in the Denver area or you are looking to travel, July 4th. Yes, it's a holiday, but it's 2 days before my amazing wife's birthday, and she's always thrown me a rad birthday party. As you might know, we've had some really cool parties over the years with Authority Zero and the Faction and all sorts of rad stuff. So I'm going to try to throw her a good one. It's going to be at East Fax Tap, our neighborhood bar right up here. They have an amazing outside porch. I've got a couple of bands I'm talking to. I'm going to do a big low country shrimp boil, and we're going to have a big party. So if you're in the area, July 4th, come celebrate my amazing wife's birthday. The director of the charity. So that's Mackenzie. Richard wants you to hit her up. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
Rich, I get to hug Rich.
Yes, give Rich a big hug for me.
In less than a week, and I'm really excited about it.
We are working on the volume 2 of the album too. We've got a lot of band submissions so far, so we're working on that and volume 3. So we're getting enough submissions, and there's going to be. Adam says there's going to be 5. So Leland and I got a lot of work to do. I can't tell you how much I appreciate both of you guys. We didn't get to ask Jim the question, but he had to go. But we'll get him sometime in the future.
If you read his book, Punk Rock Dad, you actually might find his answer to that question.
I wouldn't doubt that, actually. Yep. And Punk Rock Dad is what they based the movie The Other F Word on. So if you've never seen that, please check it out.
It's actually a really, really wonderful and endearing book.
Yep. It's really cool. And he was talking about his daughters before we went live. And
wild to think how much
one of them just graduated college. Another one's in college, and another one's in high school starting to look at colleges. So,
yeah.
But that's pretty rad. Apparently Richard's seen some inside pictures of the remodel. So, and Jeremy, I promise you, we will figure out a way. I've got to come that way. Chicago might be the closest I get to you as this starts, but I've come to Minneapolis a bunch, so we will figure out a way to grab a whole bunch of that stuff and get it back here and distribute it out to some different places, because sanitizer is never going to go away, guys. That's something we learned from this, and maybe this is how we avoid another pandemic in the future, is that we all learn to use sanitizer. It's pretty cool. Look at that little one. What's that one's name?
This is Finnegan. Finny.
Finney.
Say hi.
Benny.
He looked.
Hi.
So,
he's waiting for treats to come from the screen now.
we do miss you too, Dan. Everybody miss you. When it's all over, we should all hold hands. I agree with that, and we should.
He's a puppy.
And we should definitely. We should definitely give hugs. I want to give hugs again. I think that's a
I
good.
just want to see faces like in real life that are people that I know.
All right, guys. Well,
people I have to serve.
Anything that I missed, or you think you needed to put out there to the world?
All I have, just thanks for watching, everybody. If you saw it, or if you're seeing it on the replay, we appreciate it, and appreciate the support, and thanks for everything.
Yep, it's a amazing thing. People are loving the doggos. Mine are all in there. Walter's made enough appearances on here though. So, oh yeah, June 5th. We moved it 1 week. We're gonna have a release party for Punk Rover Saves Lives, our kids book. This is one of the preprints, but you're gonna see a really cool book. We're having a party at Mutiny Information Cafe and South Broadway in Denver, one of the coolest bookstores, record stores, coffee shops in the world. Jim Norris, the owner and founder, is one of my true friends, and one of the first people I met when I moved to Denver, and it was very advantageous because he's Mr. Denver in my opinion, especially punk rock and just counterculture and the whole 9 yards. He's an amazing human. But from 1 to 3, we encourage you bring your kids. We're going to have some live music. Can't tell you who yet. Working on that. It's a Saturday, so that's cool. Bring masks. They are still going to try to keep masks inside, and we'll have some readings. We have some video readings. There's 3 pretty cool, famous people doing video readings for us. that we will share afterwards on the socials and stuff, but they're going to be debuted that day. But
I mean, if, or they'll get blown on next week's PMA session. So
No,
tune into that.
not going to play until it's over. But our birdie C. Fusty Books took an idea that I just called him with, just jokingly, kind of like an idea of a punk corgi that goes around doing good, and people judge him for how he looks, but he doesn't let that bother him, and he goes and does good stuff, and it shows that we all can be. So please check it out. It's a rad. I think it should be I can't wait to donate to them, just some schools and everything like that. It goes along with the C. Folsty Books are the guys. Kurt wrote the Tony Fly books for the Tony Sly Foundation, and he's got another one coming out with the Colorado Skateboarding Association, which obviously I like, and a lot of really cool stuff like that. I agree with Richard. It's time to roll, but everybody go make it weird. Tell your friends you love them. I love every one of you guys. Thank you. That was awesome. Thank you for. I talked to Jason today, and then Leland texted me and said Jason's going to do a surprise, and I was like, "That's weird." I talked to him today, so that's perfect. Leland, good job there.
And thanks, man. And I know I owe Ollie a jean jacket, and I have it somewhere. I just need to find it.
Does Ollie have the one I sent you?
What? Oh, he does have the one that you sent me.
It was me. I had totally one, and it wasn't even close to Finney's size, but it would be perfect for Ollie. So it's like still in the wrapper. It's never even been out.
I will take it. And to be completely honest, even though I have like jean jackets that are like even outside of its size range, I haven't been able to commit to a patch layout yet. So it's still working.
There you go. So now you have.
That's good.
So I've got plenty of patches. There's zero rush, but yeah, I would love. Still working on finding him something.
There's one of ours laying on the table here.
Yeah, he has one of ours waiting for us. He's got that, and he's got a Stooges patch, and he has a Devo patch. It's gonna be sick.
Devo patch, that's cool.
We got to get him Authority Zero. We got to get him. What else?
Maybe I think Authority Zero might be too loud for him in a few ways. That's more of a Luna thing.
I don't know if he has them yet or not, but we got this week. Maggie got a package from Scott Reynolds, and I wish I had them to show you, but it's the CD obviously that we talked about on the show a few weeks back, and then there's it's a T-shirt, and it's got this cartoon version of JB of the Biebs of Justin Bieber. That's his dog's name, and it says JB is my homeboy on it, and it's just awesome.
Well,
radical.
Anyway.
So I'm gonna call it a night because I get to do a podcast with Mike Fisher and Adam Baum from the faction here in a few minutes too.
Cool.
And I'm really stoked about this one tomorrow. I'm doing a recording one, and I guess it'll come out after. Dying Scene is doing a thing about punk rock sex lives. So
that'll be rad.
I like those.
I just sit down there and I don't think they're live. I think they record them. And I'm recording the one with Mike Fisher too. So we'll let you know when they are airing. And if you have a podcast and want any of us to guest, we are out here. Ask us. We would love to come talk about what you can do in your communities to help and do cool stuff and be a responsible, badass punk rocker. And that's what we believe in. PMA, guys, I love you guys. I said it a couple of times, but I love you guys. I love you all out there. Thanks for tuning in. And as I say every week, one love, up the punks. See you, everybody.
Bye.